Ha! Oh. I wasn't sure where I was gonna be tricking off of. Wait for our baby bud burnt out. I don't think they were gonna be particularly in my way for the coins, but I didn't want to risk it. The cheap. I thought I was gonna be able to go around. And the cheap took my coin. Come on. That was interesting. $27. 2 seconds ahead of world record. Oops. Sorry about this. Reception novel. Of course you have that. Okay, gotta use that. Saving it for the end. Didn't get the jump. .523, 2 seconds ahead of world record. Lock in. Oh, got unreal, I guess. The coins. I'll about just have to use this then. .820. Lock the in. 101. And that is world record. Let's go! Let's go! Finally. How long has it been? How long has it been since I lost my record? What was that, like 11:45? 11:43? Something like that? Holy shit! Okay, hold on. Well, I guess we can watch the results while looking for this. Oh my gosh. And it happened live, too. Let's go. I can stop the timer. Don't look at the 12:40 timer. I stopped it way too late. Like a minute too late. Oh my goodness. 21 days ago is when I lost my world record. To JPixel. 11:57. And then 9 days ago, Tofu got an 11:53. Let's go! That's 44 minutes into the stream. That means that was less than 2 hours of attempts today. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. For a few moments, after messing up the first world record pace today, I thought, well, maybe I just messed up the only chance that I'm gonna get in a while to get a world record. But here we are. So this grind, like, how many days did I say? 21? 21 days. This 21-day grind, I started it with just like stubbornly front running because I knew that I could make up a lot of time just with the shortcuts that I found on the connection routes. Shortcuts, some of which I lapped for 15 hours, though I didn't use the 15-hour shortcut because I used mushrooms instead. And while I still believe that is the best case scenario run, where you get perfect luck, you get 3 mushrooms at the beginning of Cheapsy Falls, but everything else just front running and perfect luck and perfect execution, that has a lot more potential. However, when the now second place run was submitted, it made me realize that you know, bagging is a good strategy. You know, it leads to consistent results. The only drawback of it is that it loses you a little bit of time at the beginning, which sometimes you can make up with the mushrooms. I mean, you can definitely make up that time with the mushrooms. But as I've mentioned for the last few attempts, I really don't see it being worth it to bag on Cheap Falls on the first race, specifically in a speedrun setting. And it's a different story in Versus. But I don't see the point of bagging if you get your mushrooms stolen or you lose them otherwise before you can do the ending shortcut a second time. Because at that point, it just becomes straight up a time loss. The entirety of the time saved from bagging and getting 6 mushrooms is doing the ending shortcut 3 times. And also... Or just the entirety of that time save comes in lap 3. Doing the rapids shortcut is a lot faster with a mushroom. By a couple seconds, I think. Than doing the jump up to the ledge and whatnot. I'm rambling at this point. I'm just happy that I finally got the record again. And I'm happy that I streamed it. I had been hesitant to stream some of these attempts because I wanted to kind of keep some of those strats to myself while I got the record. But when just stubbornly front running, I was incredibly dependent on the game giving me good luck. Because something as simple as a red shell could be catastrophic if it prevents me from doing one of the strats. So there were many, 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 many days that I was just starting attempts, maybe getting past race 1 once every couple hours or once every hour. And then losing the run to some small thing on one of the connection routes afterwards. And that cycle would just continue for dozens of hours. But, like, at this point, I have 405 hours, probably closer to 410 hours in this game. Not an insignificant number of that has been speedrunning. So I'm happy that I finally got this. And I really wanted to do this before Kirby Air Riders came out. Because I want to start exploring a lot more of the shortcuts, no item shortcuts specifically, available in a lot of the other connection routes. And over the next few days, I will be uploading specifically the shortcuts that I found on the Leaf Cup. I will be uploading explanations and strategies, backups, all that kind of stuff. You want my record? You can have it. But it's gonna require you to learn what these tracks have to offer. Because this game has a lot more than meets the eye. The fact that everything is trickable. The fact that you can trick off of the off-road. And just so many really cool interactions between physics in this game make it very dynamic and very fun. If you're not just focusing on hyper optimizing just the 3-lap tracks and only playing the 3-lap tracks. I do like the 3-lap tracks a lot. And I like time trialing them. But for me, the main appeal of this game is having it be kind of a roguelike. You have all these very intricate sections of routes that mix and match in many different ways that once you start to look for the shortcuts, it just kind of blows your mind the extent of the stuff. Hey, Ryan's just playing Bonanza. The stuff that you can find. So I challenge people to get my record. Let's see how much we can optimize this game. I know that there's a few people that want to route the 100% category for this game, which I think is gonna take a very long time. But if the community bands together to find shortcuts in all of the routes and optimizing paths and understanding the mechanics better, because I think that is a big aspect of finding these shortcuts, is understanding why the mechanics work and how they can be comboed to be faster. Because if you take a shortcut through the off-road and you're not preserving your boost, it tends to be slower because you're, driving in the off-road. But if you can make it out of the off-road still with the boost active, then it tends to be faster by at least a couple seconds. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the stream here. and then I will chop off the VOD to submit the run. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Also stay tuned. I am planning some big stuff during September, the beginning half of September, to celebrate 15 years of streaming. But I hope you have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. And I'll see you soon. Bye!